What's going on, guys? It's Jaypa here, and today I am going to be discussing with you guys the April 2016 ban list. And let's face it, this one's a doozy. So first, you got Pepe players who basically got fisted in the ass, because Damage Juggler's gone, Plush Fire's gone. I mean, Monkey Board's to 1, Buster Pendulum's to 1, and Skull, the Joker dude, and then Wisdom My Magician got hit, and then a lot of these cards that the Pendulum players use, the Pepe players, got hit. I mean, I think that it was kind of necessary to hit, but I don't necessarily think that they should have hit this many cards. I mean, Wavering Eyes was definitely a problem, so that had to go. Damage Juggler, it was hit in the emergency ban list, so I don't know what happened there. Reasoning went to 1, and the only reason the only reason Reasoning works is Infernoids, and now that that's gone, Infernoids can't really play because they don't have another card to dump their deck with. Unless maybe mix it with Infernities or something, but I can't see anything else. Other than that, the big thing that that has everybody in a buzz about this ban list is the fact that Chicken Game and Upstart Goblin got hit, and people are in an uproar about that because Upstart is a generic draw card, and Chicken Game is also a generic draw card, but I can see the reason why Chicken Game would get hit over Upstart Goblin, because Chicken Game promotes OTK decks, and I mean it does help out some of the lower tier decks with as far as consistency goes, but past that, being able to draw a card and then not being able to take damage, even with Twin Twisters running around, is still pretty good. And this card was actually broken with Pseudo Space because you could essentially net 6 draws off of that. So, I mean, I've heard people say that they banned this because of the Monarch OTK, which is this deck right here. I think because of this deck is the reason they banned it. But in all honesty, you couldn't have hit Pantheism or Tenacity or Into the Void or ban this card. So many people have been wanting this card gone, or these two. That would have solved a lot of problems, but I guess Konami just doesn't give a fuck. But going back to this, as far as my decks go, Chicken Game getting banned and Upstart getting hit to 1 is kind of a really huge drawback because of course, my main deck is Quick Draw Synchron Quasar, so I really need that consistency of being able to draw extra cards so I can get my combo pieces. Chicken Game was a big part of that, and Upstart was a huge part. I mean, I guess I could still run the 1, but in all honesty, I don't know if I am because of space concerns. Debris Dragon did come up, so that's a possible card I could tech in. Emergency Teleport wasn't that big of a hit because not many decks aside from Cosmodos do the whole emergency teleport thing. I know that Synchro Fusionist deck uses this card, but I don't think it's that much of a problem that it went to 2. Allure is actually a good card, maybe in my quick draw deck anyway, because I do run the 3 Junk Synchrons, the 3 Doppel Warriors, and the 3 level leaders, so I might run this card at 2, but at 1 it just seemed like this wasn't really the card I needed. Tragodia is actually a card I will consider since it's been bumped up to 3. Simply because of the fact that it's a monster I can use to defend myself if I don't have anything out on board, and I can take monsters. I can also use Tragodia's effect to become a certain level. So, and with Synchro decks, level modulating is pretty important. So, I might consider running him. A fan favorite card, Democ, is back, but like with the neutered effect, it's not as great as it once was. Kind of like Crush Card, these two kind of got the shaft on that one. But Democ coming back, he's a fan favorite card, so I don't think people will complain too much about him coming back into the game. It shouldn't be that, out of the it shouldn't cause too much trouble. But I'm sure if it does, Konami's not going to do anything about it. And finally, Advanced Ritual Art is to 3, and I know a lot of people wanted this card back to 3, and I'm running a Herald of Ultimateness deck that was inspired by Alintheo, and I was actually really glad to see that this Advanced Ritual Art card is back at 3. It really helps the consistency, and it helps you get out to your ritual monsters, whether it be Necros or Necros, Gishkis, whatever. And as far as extra deck monsters go, Ignister's Ignister went to 1. I guess because I never really seen anyone bust out more than 1, but don't quote me on that because I don't play in events that much. I just go to locals and with my friends in DevPro and Dueling Network. So I don't really see people bust out more than 1 of this card, so it's meh for me. But Thousand Eyes Restrict is actually a very interesting card that came off the ban list. Not so much as interesting, just it needed to come off because it's one of those cards that it's really not as good as it once was, and it didn't have an errata, which is funny. But yeah, it's not that good, but I think it has enough potential to be a fun card in a fun deck, and I really do want to make a deck that is Thousand Eyes Restrict based. So I think that'll be a really good card to main deck, or not main deck, extra deck or side deck or whatever you want to call it. But Norden, not really that big of a deal, simply because of the fact that again people don't bust out usually in more than 1. So it's all right. Tellarknight, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I do know that this card has been a huge problem as far as Cyber Dragon Infinity, I think his name is. You could just bust out this card and then bust out Infinity, which caused a lot of problems for a lot of people, me included. So I'm kind of glad they hit that. Yeah, even 1 would have been too powerful in my opinion, but I think that was a justifiable ban. As far as cards that you could replace for the whole Upstart Chicory situation, in this kind of format, Max C, I run 3 of because special summonings everywhere, and you could get so many draws off of the pendulum stuff. And I think Maxi's a really good replacement if you are trying to replace Upstart Goblin. Reckless Greed is actually a good card to replace it. It's just you don't get your draw phase. And in some decks that can be detrimental, and some decks don't care. So that's up to you whether you want to run this card or not. But one funny thing I want to point out is in my quick draw deck now, I do run Pot of Duality, And that may seem like a huge setback, but really it kind of isn't, because I also run defensive cards as well. Maybe Tragodia can help out with that, but this has actually been a really decent card. And like, I wouldn't run it, of course, if Upstart and Chicky Game were here, but forced to do desperate times call for desperate measures. But anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on the ban list. Comment down below what you think of the ban list. Did Konami make the right choices? Is Konami fucking up? To both those questions, in my personal opinion, yes, they're fucking up, and I don't know what to say about that, because I mean, this ban list is alright, and I don't know, I don't know what else to say. I mean, the ban list is a ban list. We can't do anything about it. So, yeah, just let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Slap a dislike on this video, and then make sure you do not subscribe. And then I will see you guys the next time I decide to not make a YouTube video. Peace out, guys.